Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So I'm gonna be painting on here today. I found my little friend. I apparently put him over there, and I've been cleaning up, and I found him. So I thought I'm gonna do a canvas. Before I do so, I want to let you guys know that I have a contest going on, and it is for Neocolor 2 water soluble crayons, and it is a 15 pack. And you can go to knittingandthings.com to enter. It's on Rafflecopter. I'll put the link down below. And you can enter it daily, and there are several things you can do to enter. So if you want to, you can go enter it, and good luck if you do. So I got my canvas, I got my little thing, and I'm just going to be painting. And I think I'm going to make this, it's going to be an odd girl to go with her odd thing, but I think I might make it princessy pink. Don't know why. But I'm going to take some light pink, and that is what I'm going to put on the background. So here we go. I have some light violet, so I guess it's not technically pink, it's light violet. And I'm using the DecoArt Traditions, shaking it up. And why I'm using this as my background is because I've been using the Americana multi-surface satin, and I love it. But I have noticed that if I put it down as my background for my mixed media, if I'm going to paint on it, it just takes a minute more for me. It's not hard. It's not a bad thing, but it's just a little slicker. And I don't really necessarily want that on here because I'm going to be drawing her on here. I'm not going to be using paper. The only thing I'm going to glue on is him. And I'm going to probably do a background here. So I'm just wetting the paint a little bit, or wetting my brush actually, and I'm just doing what I always do and just spreading it out. Since it'll be mixed media, it's not going to matter too much. I do want to get the edges. Easiest way to do it. This way I can, if I want to throw on another coat, I can, but the water helps it spread. You can still see that it keeps the color, even though I'm adding water to it, which I love, because I add water to everything. Now, if you don't want to use water, you can use a glazing medium. I just put up a video of things you can use instead of going and buying glazing medium. So check out that video. And maybe I should have done that on here. I didn't even think about it. But because it's a white canvas, I can use it for something else. But right now I kind of want to just get a background on it. And that's what I'm doing. Can you guys believe that summer's almost over? Can't believe it. Now I'm just going to blow it dry. But I can't believe it's the end of August already. I don't know where time has went. It just fall's coming, which I'm excited about, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of can't wait for fall. And then when winter comes, I can't wait for spring and the garden and the flowers. So I guess we get tired of everything, don't we? I'm just tired of the humidity over here in New Jersey. So humid all the time. Now, yesterday, gorgeous. Today, gorgeous. And if you hear my dogs bark, I'm sorry. We have our windows open again because it was just absolutely gorgeous here this morning. And I think it was only going to 83. The humidity is supposed to come back tomorrow, I believe. And then it's going to be up in the 90s again. So we're kind of enjoying the weather with the windows open. Give our electric bill or air conditioner a bit of a break. The humidity kills me. I just can't function in it. And I hate using the air all the time, but sometimes you have to. I guess those are the things that you gotta just get used to. Now this paint dries fairly quick. It's taken a minute longer because I added water to it, so it has to dry the water too. So what I want to do first is I want to draw my girl on here. And I'm going to use my white Stabilo. You can use your white. Do watercolor pencils, Crayola watercolor pencils come with white? I don't know, but you can use whatever you want. And if you don't want to, or you want to use a pencil, or you don't want to use anything, then don't. But you can use your gel pen, your white, you just want to sketch it out. Chalk, fantastic. Go to the dollar store, buy yourself chalk. You can buy all the colors if you want and use that to sketch on. It comes off great, and you can definitely do that. So that's what I would suggest. I think I'm going to buy some chalk and I'm going to show you guys. A couple of you had emailed me asking me. I guess I had mentioned it before, but you guys had asked me to use some. And I know I have chalk around here somewhere, but by the time I find it, I'll forget to do it. So I'm going to look for some chalk at the dollar store and then show you guys. So obviously he's going to probably be down here. So I'm going to kind of do her up here. So I'm just going to take my Stabilo, and that is kind of dry. And now, it's just a matter of finding exactly what I want to do. What I want to do. So I'm going for a round head, obviously, right? And then I'm going to give her a little neck. And these are not supposed to be fantastic. They're not supposed to be all beautiful. They don't have to be. If you want to make it beautiful, by all means, make it beautiful. But just not how I'm doing these. So I'm going to do her like this. You know what? Maybe I won't do square. I mean her regular eyes. Now, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to do my old school odd girl with her bug eyes. And then the nose like that. And then I'm just going to do, I just do it very whimsy, like very whimsy. I don't even know, is this a word, whimsy? Like very like, psh, because I go back in. And if you're nervous about doing lips, do that kind of thing. Just do like I did. Boop, 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 done. Right? And then we have her neck. And I'm just kind of sketching out a little bit so I can kind of have an idea how I want her. I'm not going to put legs on her. It's a weird thing to say, is it? She's going to have no legs. I just want her to kind of be pretty. So this would be like her waist where it ends. And then that'll be like a skirt. And that's just the general idea of what I'm doing. Generally. Okay, so those are going to be the eyes and the body for the most part. Now, I'm going to set him aside, and I want to start doing the background. So I'm going to mix media it. The shirt and like this kind of thing I can play with later. But I want to take some stamps. We're going to make her pretty, so I'm not going to do her crazy. Not crazy, not crazy. I'm going to use black and some distress ink and find the stamps that I want to use. I'm knocking everything over. Alright, this is my Halloween box. I don't think I can use this. I can use this. Alright, let me start with these. This is a pretty key with like some cool looks on it. So I'm going to do that, which isn't typically what you think is pretty. Now you see I'm skipping the scrapbook paper, and I'm just going down for texture now. Not going to worry if it doesn't print all the way out. I just like some of that texture because we're going to be going over it. And then I'm going to take these, which I don't, yeah, you can see some leaves. I really got to get new inks. My inks are done. Put a fork in them. They are getting done. And I use them. I mean, I really use them. That's a pretty blue. When you use them for mixed media, I rub them all over canvas. I do all kinds of crazy stuff, so they don't last very long. And this is just starting with some texture. just going to kind of, till that's off, put these away. It's very scientific, isn't it? They can go in there. Might even do a... Now, I know I'm going to put my animal down here, so I really didn't have to stamp there, but, you know, I did. So I'm going to take some... You know what? First, I'm going to hit my heat gun on these so they dry. These are permanent, so they're not going to run. They're not water soluble. Well, no, that's not true. The distressed ones are. The black one isn't. But I don't care if it kind of blurs out a bit and mixes in. The black is permanent. So I'm going to take a little bit of white. This is just Traditions Titanium White. And I'm going to mix a little bit of the main purple with it. And that should be good for that. And what about if I take my stipple brush and make it look... Now you can see right here, like it's coming up. Some of that, but that's all right. It'll just blend in. Remember, your mixed media canvases will always be a mess when you first start. If you're starting out like this and it's pretty, you're doing it wrong. Sorry. Because it's just layers on top of layers. And you can see I'm just going all around. There's a fly that will not stop. I don't even know how the heck it got in. I'm like obsessed. I do not want flies near me. Now you see how that is? That's kind of like, oh, what is that, Kel? Why'd you do that? Exactly. Why did I do that? Now I'm just going to take a paper towel and I'm going to just kind of blot it. And that just helps it dry a little faster because you're getting up a lot of that excess. And don't worry if you go over your... We're just kind of texturing it like you would texture... What was that we used to do back? The rag... When you would take the rag on your walls and make them look... I'm going to say rag quilting, but no, that's not it. I'm just kind of blending it together a little bit, making it smooth. Get under her arms. Okay. I'll just go around here. I already know kind of what I'm doing with her, so I'm going to leave it like that. Now I'm going to dry again. Doesn't have to be all the way dry. All right, now I want to use some... Honey, you cannot sit there. Okay? You really just can't sit there. No. Oh my goodness, these dogs today. All right, so let me grab a bird and this. Okay. Ugh. So I'm going to use these stencils, and they're just going to add some stuff in the background, and then I'm going to use this Americana stencil. So this is called Deco Art Personally Yours Urban Ink Edition, and this. So first what I want to do is take it out. Look at that. You get two of them. If I could take them apart, that would be nice. Oh, how cool. You get two. I didn't even know. And look, a key. How funny. And a rose. Find your wings and fly. Oh, that's adorable. All right. But not what I'm going to use right this second. So now, I'm going to move this down. I want these to kind of be, I want the bird to come this way. And I'm going to take my Dimensional Effects. It's from Deca Art. Dimensional. I know you guys ask me all the time what I use. I try to say what I use all the time, but I don't know. We all know me, and I'm a little weird. All right. And I'm just going to kind of smush it down. Look how pretty. Yeah, yeah. All right, I gotta get this up. A little scrapey out the white box. Oh, I love it. Now I need the butterfly. Now. Oh, I'm so sorry for my dogs. The butterfly, I think I want it to go this way. And I don't want it to get, I'm not going to do big hair on her today. She's going to have little hair, but I mean, who knows, that'll change maybe when I do it. But, all right, I got that in. Lift it up. Yeah, so excited. So excited. So excited. I'm just taking that off a little bit right there. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited for those. What else can I stick on? I want to do that flower in her hair, just the rose part. Look, let's see if you guys can see. See the rose part right here? I'm going to do that in her hair, I think. I don't know. I didn't wipe it off, and I just mushed it on here. I don't know for sure if I'm going to do it, but I'm thinking. I'm just going to wipe this off real quick. I don't usually wipe my stencils off, and I probably tell you guys this all the time too, if it's paint. But when it's a product like this that will dry, sometimes then you won't be able to lay your stencil down flat. I don't know. It makes much sense to me, except when I don't feel like wiping it off, and then I just don't wipe it off. But, you know. All right, so I'm just kind of getting that off there for now. And I'm going to leave those two. I'm really happy with those two. So for now, before I go bird crazy, because believe me, I will. I want to show you guys my cool face that I just did today. Wait a minute. So excited. I'm going to do a video on this tomorrow with Clay. I don't know if you could see. Can you see my cool baby doll head I just did today? So excited. I can't wait to do it. To put clay in there or resin and see how it comes out. Because I got so many creepy things coming up and I'm so excited. I know. Okay, but so can you see? Can you kind of see how the, my lighting sucks in my room. Can you see like how the blue kind of lifts up and you can still see it in the dark purple and the black, but it almost is like a cloud. I don't know, it just gives it like this really cool effect. I don't know if you fully can see it here on the camera. Like I can see it here, but I really like it. All right, so now I want to put some, I'm going mixed media on it with some bubble wrap. Now, you can use paint. I think I'm going to use paint. What color paint? We want to stick in the pinks. We want to stick in the pinks. Maybe I'll use this magenta. Okay. And we're going to stay in the pink. So what I'm going to do is take this piece of paper that I cut off of that. I'm going to stick my paintbrush in. And I'm just going to, if you have a roly-poly, you can use that to get it on there. And Lord only knows where my roly-poly is right now. I'm just kind of wiping my brush on it, right? Oh, yes, I am. Yes, I am. All right, I'll throw that in there for now. I'm going to turn it over. Stay away from my bird and butterfly for now. And I'm going to push it down a little bit. Push it real good. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, well, gotta do it up here a little bit. Stay away from the bird. I didn't get good print there, but that's okay. I'm just pulling it up. Good. Liking it, liking it. I might put a little bit more right here just so I can. I just want to get like bubble up here. Like, I don't know if it's gonna work. Nah, poop. Nope, but still. Pretty good. Pretty good. Not hating on it. I got news. Alright, so now I'm gonna dry it. Got a little bit on my butterfly, but that's alright. And the only reason I'm drawing it in between is because the more layers of paint I put on and stuff, if I don't draw in between, then it's just all going to blend and you're not going to see all that texture. I know it's a pain. I know a lot of you ask me, why do I dry? And I hope that I say it when I'm doing it, but who knows with me? I never know. But one of the reasons you dry is because now these will stay as this bubble wrap. Whereas if I didn't and I go on to my next layer, it's going to smear them all and just mix with the color pink. That's why sometimes I'll do this and then go on to another part. And work on another part while this really dries well. Because even though I'm on camera and I do this, I dry it, it doesn't always do it. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay. So we have that so far. So I don't want to touch. I do want to do some, and I'm going to let these dry a little bit, but see the blue that we have underneath here, I want to pull up. So it's in the background, but then again, it's going to be up more. If that makes sense. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to go with, my dog's looking at me because I turn around. He's like, really what? I'm going to go with unbleached titanium, which is my Titan Buff. And I'm going to go fill in. You can see it's a little yellow, but I'm okay with that. I'm not going to hate on it. Really, really not. I am going to go in and just kind of paint this face. And I'm using the canvas. I didn't gesso it. You definitely can if you want. This is a pre-gessoed one, but I still sometimes will gesso it, but not on this one. I'm not going for real refined. When you think of me, I don't think you think of refined. I don't think that comes to mind. So I'm gonna go in here. Now I can keep going, but I don't know what I'm gonna do for her shirt or how long I'm gonna do it, and I don't want to necessarily. So I am gonna take this out because I know I'm gonna have arms. Because why not give her arms? All right, but you can see this is a rough brush. You can see that you could see some of the lines and stuff. So I'm going to go over with a smoother brush, but this is giving me my first layer. I'm just going to pull them down and leave it like that. Okay, dry the face. Let's see, then he will be down here somewhere. Just gotta fix his little mouth because I took the red lips off. I gotta smooth that out, but I'm not worried about that right now. I'm not gonna work on him right now. The sun, I don't know if you guys can see it. I turned my light off. The sun is coming in from the window. I get it in the afternoon over here. I get it in the afternoon. Anyway, so it's like shining in real good. But I think I'm going to take some more bubble wrap because that's dry now. I'm going to take my 2 blues that I used prior. No, I'm not going to use bubble wrap. Do I want? No, I don't want to use bubble wrap. What do I want to use? I want to use this. Let's use some of this and see how I can, if it comes up. Yeah. And that's why none of my stuff works. Just adding a little bit of color everywhere. And you can also turn it over the other way because now the ink's where you rubbed it. And you can push it down. And you'll see that come down. Now, you can see I did on my bird there. I'm okay with that. It's going to give it some texture. And I can build up or paint. I'm not going to worry about it. Because stuff happens. And what are you going to do? Nothing. You're not going to do nothing. So yeah, I'm good with that so far. And I think what I'm going to do is stop here. I don't know. Maybe I'll just sit and do the whole thing. Now remember, that blue is going to be able to be reactivated, which isn't going to concern me too much because I'm really not going to do too much more to the background because I'm going to have things on here. But now I want to get a better brush. Let me find a better brush. I'll use this one. And I'm going to go in with Titan Buff and smooth out the face a bit. And I'm going to use a smaller brush because I can control it a little bit better to make sure it's smooth in the area. But use whatever. Whatever you want, whatever you have, just use it. The sun's really coming in now. Jeez, oh Pete, we'll just have storms, I guess, to bring in humidity. But you wouldn't know it now. I'm just kind of following what I did. And I'm not going for porcelain skin or anything like that. I'm just going to cover the canvas because she's supposed to look funky. But we're going to make it kind of pretty funky, princess funky. Alright, I'm having a heck of a time putting lids on today. I don't even have the patience, honestly. Stay off of it then. Okay. That has to dry. And then I'm going to go in with my pencil. So I'm going to dry it. Now, you can see that, I don't know, because the light coming in the window is really blinding me. Because I put the heat gun on there, some bubbles came up because the paint was a little thicker there, but I, really I don't care. You can kind of push it down while it's still hot, because what that means is that the paint was a little thicker there, so it was still wet. So when I put my gun on there, it kind of did its thing and bubbled. So I'm going to use my water-soluble pencil. You can use crayon or whatever you want. Just sharpen it up. So I go through these like crazy. And I know I have an eye here, so I'm just kind of going in. For an eye. And then, don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be spot on perfect. My other eye, you see they're different sizes, who cares? And then I'm going to give her eyelids. And you can make the eyelids as big or as small as you want. I can go back in and do bigger or smaller, but you know, it's totally up to you. And give her a big colored eye here, and a smaller one here, or bigger, whatever. Make it oval. And the nose, I'm not sure about what I'm going to do with the nose, but the mouth, I just kind of go like this. Nothing too. And I can feel that paint under there is still a little wet. I'm not going to worry about it, but I can feel it. And then I left a gap here between her neck. And I'm going to put a little bit there. And I'm going to kind of trace out her face. Okay. Trace out her neck a little bit. And her shoulders. Not real sure how far I'm going to go down with that. But that'll be good for that. Alright, she needs a nose. She needs a nose. I think I'm just going to give her that kind of nose. So, I'm going to do that. Oh my gosh, these dogs. Alright, so I'm going to wet this out with a small paintbrush. Just going to use like a paintbrush like this. Going to wet it. And I'm going to start around here. And I'm just going to use it like it's a pen. Like a pen tip, you know? Because it does get inky after a while. Okay. And I'm just going to do this. Follow it through. And all of this can be, you know, if you change your mind or you want it to be different, it can all be changed because it's water soluble. And with that, I'm going to go now because I'm going to let that all dry. And then I'll come back in another video and we will continue to play. Very excited. I want my dog to have, my little odd dog to have a little friend. So then he'll be her little friend. It'll be cute. I think I might do like a tiara on her. I don't know. Can't decide yet. Can't decide what I'm going to do. But that is that for today. So as always, be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. I love you guys so very much. Thank you so much for taking the time and watching this. And I will see you guys again later. Bye, guys.